few years ago, my doctor asked me to do something simple. He asked me to stand on one leg for 10 seconds. I thought, that is easy. I am 73, not 90. I wobbled. I grabbed the chair. I couldn't do it. And quietly, he said, that tells me more about your future health than almost anything else. Today, I want to share 7 signs that researchers say predict a long and healthy life after 70. Some of them will surprise you, and at least one of them, I am almost certain, will make you breathe a sigh of relief. I want to be honest with you from the very beginning. That is what we do here. These 7 signs are not magic. They are not a guarantee. But they are backed by some of the most extensive research ever done on human aging, from institutions like Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and the National Institute on Aging. And what the research keeps finding is this: the body tells you things. You just need to know how to listen. So today, let's listen together. Here are the 7 signs that, after 70, suggest you are built to last. Sign number 1, balance and stability. Let's go back to that simple test I mentioned at the beginning. Standing on one leg for 10 seconds. It sounds almost too simple to matter. But a landmark study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people over 70 who could not complete this test had twice the risk of dying within the next 10 years compared to those who could twice. From standing on one leg, balance is not just about preventing falls. It is a window into the health of your nervous system, your inner ear, your muscles, and your brain all at once. Stand near a wall or sturdy chair. Lift one foot slightly off the floor. Count to 10. If you can do it on both sides, that is a genuine sign of neurological health that many people underestimate. And if it is difficult, that is information, not a verdict. Simple daily practice. Even just standing near a wall and lifting one foot for 5 seconds can rebuild this ability in weeks. The body is more responsive than we give it credit for. Sign number 2. Grip strength. This one caught me off guard when I first read the research. Your grip strength, the simple force of your hand closing around something, is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity that scientists have found. A large international study tracked over 140,000 people and found that every 5 kilogram decrease in grip strength was linked to a 17% higher risk of heart disease and a 16% higher risk of stroke. Your hand is connected to your heart, quite literally. Grip strength measures overall muscle health, and muscle is not just for athletes. In your 70s, maintaining muscle is one of the most powerful things you can do for your immune system, your metabolism, and your independence. 3. Opening a new jar without help, or squeeze a firm ball or rolled towel tightly for 5 seconds. Does it feel easy, or does it take real effort? To build it, carrying groceries by hand, squeezing a stress ball, or light resistance exercises 3 times a week. Small actions, real results. Sign number 3, walking speed. Researchers have spent years studying something called gait speed. Simply, how fast a person walks, and what they found is quietly astonishing. People who walk more slowly as they age tend to have shorter lifespans. But those who maintain a brisk, purposeful pace, not running, just walking with intention, consistently outlive their peers. A study from the University of Pittsburgh found that walking speed was one of the single strongest predictors of survival in adults over 65, more accurate in some cases than blood pressure or cholesterol. The next time you walk to the mailbox or through a grocery store, notice your pace. Are you moving with ease? Do you feel capable of walking a little faster if you wanted to improve it adding 15 minutes of purposeful walking, not leisurely strolling, but an intentional, slightly brisk pace, 3 to 4 days a week has been shown to measurably improve gait speed within 2 months. It is one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do. Sign number 4, sleep quality. Sleep is the one time when your body repairs itself, truly deeply repairs, and study after study confirms that adults who consistently sleep 7 to 8 hours and who feel rested upon waking have significantly lower rates of heart disease, dementia, diabetes, and depression. What surprises many people is this: it is not just the quantity, but the quality of sleep that matters. Waking up refreshed, even after a modest night, suggests that your body is spending adequate time in the deeper restorative stages of sleep. That is a sign of a nervous system doing its job beautifully. In the last week, how many mornings did you wake up feeling genuinely rested? If the answer is most of them, that is something to be proud of. If sleep is a struggle, try keeping the same wake time every morning, even on weekends. Consistent wake time anchors your body's internal clock more powerfully than almost any supplement or sleep aid. We are halfway through our 7 signs, and I want to pause here for just a moment. If any of these are resonating with you, or if you are finding yourself counting along, I'd love to hear your score in the comments when we're done. And if this is the kind of honest, research-backed conversation you've been looking for, I hope you'll consider subscribing. These conversations are just getting started. Now, let's continue. Sign number 5, healthy appetite. You still enjoy food and eat with appetite. One of the less discussed signs of longevity is something most of us take for granted when we're younger: a genuine enjoyment of food. As we age, appetite often decreases, sometimes due to medication, sometimes due to grief or isolation, sometimes simply because the senses of taste and smell change. But research consistently shows that seniors who maintain a healthy appetite and who eat a varied diet with adequate protein and nutrients have stronger immune systems, better muscle mass, and lower rates of cognitive decline. Enjoying a meal is not a small thing. It is your body communicating that it is still engaged with life. Do you look forward to at least one meal a day? Does food still have flavor and pleasure for you? If appetite is an issue, eating with others, even occasionally, has been shown in studies to increase both the quantity and quality of food consumed. A shared meal is medicine. Sign number 6, calm mindset. I don't mean that you never feel stress. Everyone does, at 70, at 40, at any age. What the research points to is something more nuanced: the ability to recover from stress, to return to equilibrium. This quality, called emotional resilience, has been linked in multiple longitudinal studies to longer telomeres, the protective caps on our DNA that are literally associated with how long our cells live. People who ruminate, who carry anxiety as a constant companion, who cannot find their way back to peace, they age faster, not figuratively, biologically, but those who have found practices, prayer, walks in nature, connection with a loved one, a creative outlet, that bring them back to stillness. The data is remarkable. When something upsets you, how long does it take to return to a sense of calm? Hours? Days? Or do you find your way back relatively quickly? To build resilience, even 10 minutes of quiet daily, whether it is prayer, meditation, journaling, or simply sitting without a screen, has measurable effects on stress hormones within 6 to 8 weeks. Sign number 7, social connections. You have people you love and who love you back. I saved this one for last because I believe it may be the most important. Researchers at Harvard have been studying adult health and happiness for over 80 years. It is the longest-running study of its kind in history. And after all that time, all that data, the single clearest finding is this: the quality of our relationships is the greatest predictor of how long and how happily we live. Not wealth, not status, not even genetics, relationships. In fact, loneliness has been found to carry the same health risk as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, not because it is dramatic, but because isolation affects everything. Sleep, immunity, inflammation, cognition. Is there at least one person in your life with whom you feel truly known? Someone you could call on a hard day, and who might call you if connection feels thin right now. That is one of the most honest truths a person can acknowledge, and it is never too late to build it. Senior community centers, faith communities, a simple phone call to an old friend. These are not small things, they are lifelines, and sometimes reaching out is the single act that changes everything. So there they are, 7 signs. Balance, grip strength, walking speed, sleep quality, healthy appetite, emotional resilience, and meaningful connection. You don't need to have all 7 perfectly. Life is not a checklist, but if even a few of these resonated with you, if you recognized yourself in them, I hope you'll take that seriously, not as a reason for pride, but as a reason for gratitude. Your body has been carrying you through decades of joy and difficulty and ordinary Tuesday mornings, and it is still speaking to you. The greatest gift you can give to yourself right now, and to the people who love you, is to listen to what it is saying. Now I want to hear from you. How many of the 7 signs do you have? Which one surprised you the most? Please share in the comments below. Your honesty might be exactly what someone else needed to read today. And if this kind of conversation speaks to you, I hope you'll subscribe. We're building something here, a community of people who believe that aging can be approached with courage, with curiosity, and with real dignity. Until next time, take care of yourself. You are worth it.